Hip to hop around town to hit with ya. I know I get wow, wow, wow. Wow, 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 thoughts. Wow, wow. The headboard, the headboard, live about it down. It's about to go down. We'll be banging it all night. Banging the headboard. I'll touch you right there, baby. Let's talk about it. We'll be bringing that headboard out. Let's talk about it. Tell me about it. I wanna hear about it. Yeah. Can't wait to hear and more.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to blowradio.com. You are officially logged into Headboard Conversations. I am your host for the evening, Madam Trice, and I'm excited about being here with you guys. It is Wednesday, and that means it's hump day. So you know how we get it in on Wednesdays. Some great time, great energy, good exchange of information, a special kind of information, sexy information, information that is going to hopefully help you um, be more open about your intimacy or your intimate requests with your partner. The whole idea of what we do here is to create a platform and making intimate discussion not so taboo. We know that's not the norm. However, we want to make sure that as we are moving forward into, um, just making things next level for ourselves, that we share that information and share that experience. Again, you are logged on to blowradio.com for Headboard Conversations. If you're not sure what Headboard Conversations is, let me help you a little bit. If you are uncomfortable with conversations about sexuality and intimacy, this is probably not the place for you to be tonight. There's, of course, plenty of things to do besides to watch and listen to us. If you are uncomfortable with certain words like fuck or penetrate or penis or vagina or pussy, this probably is not the best place for you to be, because not that those are every other word that we speak. However, they come up, and what comes up comes out around these parts. And we want to make sure that even though we do have a few rules in place, that this is a comfort space and people are welcome to express themselves and be themselves. And what I mean when I say, even though there are a couple rules on deck, I just want to remind you that being that this is a safe space, this is a safe space for everyone, which means we have to be mindful of how we are respecting one another. Respect is everything. Respect is everything. Respect is everything. I'm going to say it again. Respect is everything. So be mindful, be free to express yourselves, and be mindful to be mindful of one another. And that is rule number one. Okay. Rule number two is even in sexuality, there are some borders or limits or restrictions that we all have, and for our own personal comfortability. Mine, and because this is my platform, mine are no old people, animals, and children. And when I say old people, no, I not say seniors. I mean old people. Okay. Animals and children, because consent is top notch. Is respect, consent, like they running neck and neck for me. Um, at some stage in their existence, old people, animals, and children are not able to offer consent, be it because, children are not allowed to consent to sexual behavior. Animals, bestiality is just not my thing, and I don't encourage it. And animals can't necessarily consent to intimacies, and at a certain age, seniors are not able to as well. So we want to be able to stay mindful of that, stay mindful of those types of engagements, and be mindful that we are respecting house rules. And I will respect yours as well. Rita Quinones, Auntie Rita. Oh, Auntie Rita. Yes. Anyway. Hey, Auntie Rita. Lisa Mueller is in the building as well. If you are logged on, I see you guys are logged on. That is great. Make sure that you say hi so that I can shout you out on the show. Make sure that you acknowledge that you are here. If you are in one of the groups on Facebook or YouTube or what have you, make sure that you are saying your name so that I can acknowledge it. That no, Auntie Rita, you are not old. I mean, like, unable to give consent old. Okay. Yeah. So with that being the case, we're gonna make sure that we are expressing ourselves and exchanging good energy around here, because this is what this platform is for. I want to also encourage you, and I do mean encourage you, to think about what it is that you may want to ask our guests. Think about what it is you may want to you may have your own questions, and some of the topics that we can have, some discussion that we can have. You can see down on the bottom. You can just shoot an email to headboardconversations@gmail.com. You are also welcome to call in, and that number is 414-885-4739. That's area code 414-885-4739. So you are encouraged to call and engage, because we can read the information, but it's always so much more passionate. It's so much easier to process once we hear it actually from your voice. We don't know, no guess your emotions, no trying to figure out what you meant. You can tell us. How about that? So I don't know if you drink or if you smoke or whatever it is you do that calms your nerves, whatever it is that you do um, to get yourself in the mood. If you meditate in advance, I'm going to give you a few moments to take care of that energy so you can draw yourself into these types of intimacy. We want you to be that. We want you to be in a space of openness and a space of being able to receive some good conversation, because we want you to be able to give it. You want to be able to give it, give it, give it, give it, give it. Okay? Okay. I do have one other thing. Before you get in the bed, I definitely need you to take your pants off, because we don't wear them around here in the bed. I have a friend who's like really like serious about street clothes in the bed. Like it's a thing. And you know, personally, I'd be like, I'm going to sleep. If I don't take it all just and cast it to the wind, then yeah, I don't. Yeah, I go to sleep just like this. Because sleep is sleep for me. It's been a minute. Like, I've been planning some really good discussion with you guys, planning, trying to connect and build and see what if we can do some events, with all these restrictions and everything because of COVID. A lot of the plans that we had for you guys and for us together, because I believe in connecting, they're ruining everything. So I want you to think of a couple of things. Shoot me some ideas. What are you guys willing to do in the face of these restrictions? Um, yeah, let's talk about that. Let me just check on my guest really quickly and make sure she's okay. Okay. And all of that is good. So again, if you are logged on and I haven't acknowledged you, I want to make sure that you say hi. Hi guys. Let me see. Let me see. I think I may have. I don't know. Oh boy. Oh sis. Let's just make sure she got the right link. Um, I don't think she did. I think she may be on and she may be able. Hon, I need you to click this link. Let me give it to you really quickly. This one. Copy. Let's see if this is it. I know y'all like what is going on. You know what? Hey sister, how are you? Let me play y'all a quick song and let me go help my guest 1 second. Again, you are logged on to blowradio.com. This is Headboard Conversations. I'm your host, Madam Trice, and this is X by Marcus Silvila, one of my favorite, up and coming artists. This is so sexy to me. It's called X. Enjoy.
In my state of mind, in this time and place, all I crave is a little taste. Satisfy my needs, feed and love me with your pleasure. That's what I need. Cause it's a good time, it's the right time to be making love, just you and I. So come on, babe, no funny games, let me be the main to pleasure you in ecstasy. Whenever you want it, babe, I'll come. There's no need to worry, no. Say my name, say my heart's all in it, baby. And I'll come, we'll come together. Oh, hold me in your arms tonight. Fill my life with your pleasure. We'll make sweet love to the sunrise. Let's share it in ecstasy. Hold me in your arms tonight. Fill my life with your baby. We'll make sweet alright. Let's share it in ecstasy. Touch my body. Your job, love making, baby, to the highest class. I'm all in, floating in your seat, body rocking love. Why you loving me? I want you to take me higher. Oh, higher. Make me scream and holler, baby. Oh, no other love like your love. No other love, baby, like your love. Ooh, you want it, baby. Oh, there's no need to worry, no. Say my name, say my name, say my heart's all in it, baby. I'll come, we'll come together. Oh, in your arms. Fill my life with your pleasure. Go ahead and feel it We'll make sweet love till the sunrise. Yeah, baby. Let's share in ecstasy. Holding in your arms, such a high. Fill my life with your pleasure, baby. We'll make sweet love sunrise. Let's in ecstasy.
And we are back. That again was X by Mark Savella. Again, an upcoming artist who is, I guess, recently signed to a major label. So I'm excited about that for him and his crew. I love good music. I love really rich, good, soulful music. Obviously, I got music note in my ear. Shout out to Jules of Divine for my nose clip, which is also, let me try to get it so you guys can see, a treble clef, which is pretty slick as well. But I'm excited because this sister has been so supportive of the brand. Like she jumped on and was like, "This shit's so hot. I want to be on it." I was like, "Bet," but she was like serious. So I love that. Like I love when people are falling into the cycle of communicating, doing what we want to happen with the show. So I'm dopely excited about that. I said dopely. Yup, I said I'm excited about having her here. So, if you guys would not mind helping me welcome my guests, I'm gonna try to add it to the stream here because y'all know I'll be having all kind of technical difficulties, and right now I'm doing okay. But we're gonna see what it do. Is it gonna add you or no?
I'm here.
Ooh, wait, this thing know it do what it want to do. I'm gonna give it a second though, because I believe it's adding her. I'm gonna.
Here.
Yes, man. Load up and give it an opportunity to do its thing. I'm gonna see because this end might be a little raggedy, but what you guys are seeing may be something different. So I want to make sure that it's loading up and all of the details are there. There she go. Bam, bam, bam. Bombshell. Is that a
Listen,
blonde?
they're
Yes,
looking a little
ma'am.
plush in this video.
Yes, with
Hold
the
on
blonde
a
bombshell
second.
on these fools. Come on, mama. How you doing?
I am phenomenal. How are you?
Yeah, mama. Mama, you looking a little lush.
Yeah, I see. I was like,
Beyond,
ooh,
beyond, beyond. Just
they don't look
ecstatic
this
that you're
big in
here.
real life.
So, so, so let's talk a little bit. Well, girl, today, that's what I was saying about mine. I was like, what they look like today. Go on camera, do your thizzle one time for me. Make them look special. Let me see if this will load the screen up. There it is. I'm gonna leave it on there and just let it do what it do. Okay. I'm not touching it anymore. So what's up, mama? Let's talk about so your name tonight is Serene After Dark. Yes, did I say that right?
Yes, because it's an ongoing joke. Who I am when the street lights come on and who I am during the daylight are two different people. So you getting when the street lights came off and Mama said come in the house Serenity after dark today.
Serene After Dark. That's what I'm talking about. Look at Devon D. The world is watching it in the building. Tamara White is in the building. I'm gonna minimize my interaction with this computer and it's gonna let it do what it do because right now I got a decent flow and I like it. We're gonna let it be what it is. So can you hear me? Everything is good over there. You can hear me?
I can hear you. You glitch out occasionally, but for the most part, we good.
Okay, excellent. Excellent. I'm hoping that is giving them a good feed. It looks a little glitchy here, but it looks good from where I can see. So I'm like the video that I'm version and then what we seeing is totally different. So I'm good with that. Yes. Okay, perfect. So let's talk about what you do professionally. Now, I have you listed, and people are like, well, what is a foodie? Baby, listen. And I definitely had to list entrepreneur because you're a business monster and out all day, every day. But let's talk about this foodie aspect of it. And
Yes.
why I would ever dare call it foodie, because baby.
Listen, me and food have a very, very strong, healthy, and sometimes unhealthy relationship. I love food. I
Okay.
love trying new foods. You literally, people laugh because I can always relate something to a food analogy. If you want to try something, I more than likely have a recommendation for it. And then, as you know, I'm a cannabis baker on top of that, so that just enhanced everything. Plus, when you got arms like this, that says foodie all day. That's how you know my recommendations are solid.
Yeah, she like, damn.
That's how you know they're good
Yes. That's
recommendations.
girl, that's all I be trying to tell you. Good eats or no, let's go. Cause
All day.
okay. So you said that you were a cannabis baker. Let's tap into that a little bit. Like a lot of people are afraid of what that could mean. So you make edibles, you make food that is infused
Correct. So I
with
don't
cannabis. Is that correct?
Correct. So I don't do like just your traditional like Rice Krispies and cookies. Like I do cheesecakes, I do cupcakes, I do cheesecake stuffed apples, fruits, and then like full on course meals. So I'm all infused everything from like your butter to your cooking oil, and as well as your traditional Rice Krispies and cookies and like chocolate dipped strawberries and things like that.
And ice cream sandwiches.
Yes, and
I'm
ice cream
sorry, the whole
sandwiches.
fat the whole fat girl in me was like, listen. Oh my God, what is that? The one
Listen, when I'm elevated,
oh my gosh.
the creativity
Go
in
ahead.
snacks comes a flowing when I'm elevated. The things I come up with
Nice.
aren't even half the things that make it to the menu.
Man, look, I when I saw the strawberry crunch, when I saw that, I was like, it's done. It's whatever. Whatever. What you do to the strawberry crunch? If you, don't tell us. But all I'm saying is when I saw it, I was like, what? I was
Listen,
like,
the
yes.
peach cobbler cheesecake, believe it or not, was the one that like really shocked me as to how fast it went and how well it tasted and like the cannabis adhered to like the peach cobbler topping. I was addicted to that one for myself for a while. For a while, I just started making it for
Mm-hmm.
me to eat it, but kept telling myself I was filling orders. I was like, yes, I'm fine.
Whatevs.
Yeah,
Whatevs. So
it's
if
for an
someone was
order.
looking to experience, yeah, that's what I'm saying. How do we put in the order? How do we do that? How do we do that?
So I have a few options. Sorry, my earpiece is falling out. A few of options. Mainly, I post the menu on my business page every Thursday, and then people can either DM me their order or the phone number is linked. They can text me their order, and then we do pickup or free delivery
Okay.
on the weekends. But Mary Jane's in Waukesha, it's a store. They actually carry our stuff all week. So if somebody wanted to go during the week to Mary Jane's, they can get everything there from like our salted caramel brownies to cupcakes to cheesecakes to cookies. It's all there.
Did y'all catch that? Mary Jane's in Waukesha
Yes.
carries her thing just in case you're unable to contact her directly, which is probably going to be very soon the average of the end. I'm I'm just saying. So when you make these types of connections and you make these types of uh foods. People have skepticisms about edibles
Hmm.
or infused food. How, like, what would you say to someone who is, man, I don't want my headphone on. I be too high when such and such whatever. Oh man, how do you calm that?
Yeah, so I'm a strong believer in something called a healthy high. So if you get to a point where you're just too high like that, my head weighs like 50 million pounds. All I can do is lay down at this point because I don't know what else to do. CBD will help bring you back down so you're at a more clear, level headed high. So you're not that overwhelmed anxiety picking up because you feel like it's not going away. Also, it's important to know your strands. I tell people that all the time. You have to know what strand. If you go into the local man and he just like, hey man, I got whatever came in and it's on special, like that doesn't really help you because every strand, whether it's indica or sativa or a hybrid, produces a different type of high. So if you don't know what you're ingesting or you don't know what you're smoking, you're pretty much like a, well, when it hits me, that's when I'll know. Versus if, you deal with those things ahead of time, you have a better idea of what to expect.
Nice. I'm glad. See, I love talking to people who know they shit. You get what I'm saying? Because people miss that part. You get what I'm saying? And understanding that there is a science. Obviously, there's a science to it. We talking plant growth. You understand what I'm saying? And developing different strands of a particular plant. Now, some of us did not do well in biology, or is it biology? I think it's
Yeah,
chemistry. Whichever one.
both of them,
One of
like
them.
chemistry.
That would be me, both of them. Cause
Yeah.
yeah, no, my teacher was, yeah, no, I ain't do good at all. However, I'm gonna tell you what I do know. What I do know. What I know. What I know. I look up stuff. I gotta know. I can't just smoke anything or eat anything because I love to be able to enjoy what it is I'm intaking. So I need to know what this stuff is. And I'm glad that you are as knowledgeable as you are, so that people are saying, well, what kind of food, what kind did you make this particular food with? Or what's this particular meal, or do you have something that's going to help me sleep? Or do you have something that'll help me wake up? You know what I'm saying? I need a little push, a little kick, an energy boost. Is
Right.
that a thing? Like, don't we put you to sleep?
Yeah, listen, that is a thing. I always tell people I'm a street botanist. I didn't go to school for botany, but I've done enough research and enough studies and
Yes.
experimented enough on my own to know what the differences are. And you're absolutely correct. There's I always like to say there's a strand for that. Headaches, sleep, anxiety, hunger. You need more energy. You need something to help you keep focused. You need something that's going to help, maintain your appetite so you're not overindulging. There's literally a strand for that. So, yeah, it's definitely extremely versatile and can be extremely healthy, depending on, your usage of it. I mean, of course, like anything, it can be easily abused, but there is such thing as a healthy high. And what I tell people who like to drink and indulge in drinking, take some CBD before. It coats your liver, so it protects you from obtaining liver damage when you're drinking. Now, I'm not saying be an alcoholic, but I'm just saying like it'll help with not having a hangover and it'll help protect your liver.
I try to explain people, listen, I live by the CBD.
Yeah, man.
I'm just like, seriously, but like literally, well, I make the CBD infused products, like the skincare products. So
Hmm.
I also, what I'm saying, dabble with tincture. So if I want to, know that I need to just be chill or whatever the case may be, if I may have something to drink or whatever the case may be, listen, I keep a something. Like my one of my slogans is keep calm and stay elevated. Okay,
Hmm.
just because, yeah. Yeah, and calm is listen, keep calm, stay elevated. It
Look,
makes everything
yes.
nice and smooth for your life.
It's just like you remember that movie My Big Fat Greek Wedding and the dad, his solution to everything was Windex. Like everything that happened, it was throw some Windex on it. That's how I feel about CBD. Everything you go through, just have some CBD. And I think for me, the biggest, as part of being an advocate, the biggest misconception that people don't realize is they'll be like, oh, well, it didn't work for me, or I had to take too high of a dosage. What they don't know is when you take it, it actually boosts vitamins that you have a deficiency in first before you actually feel the effects of the cannabis oil itself, which is why some people
You
require a higher dosage.
listen, girl, listen. I feel tingly. I feel tingly. I'm just saying, like it's good to be able to talk with somebody, and me and Chef C Dub have these types of conversations, so I'd be geeked to
Man,
be
shout
able to
out to
hear
C
somebody
Dub. That's
that
the homie.
baby, you understand,
Yeah.
to talk about like the fact that one, we even have a cannabinoid system, and two, how it interacts with the rest of our body, and
Mm-hmm.
if it's there, something must be. It's something you got to give it something.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Don't substitute. Like, you got to give it something. So I'm a fan. I'm a whole fan.
You and
Seriously,
me both.
like I
When
need to
people
be
be
conscious.
like,
I stopped back. No, go ahead, babe.
oh, I'm sorry. I was just gonna say, when people be like, "Oh, I don't do drugs," I'll be like, "Listen, you take Tylenol, you take ibuprofen, if you take a painkiller, you take an aspirin, you take Robitussin, you do drugs." I'm sorry to be the one to tell you, but you do drugs. I personally, I don't do
You do
drugs.
it.
Drugs. I use plants. I'm more holistic, and marijuana and hemp are plants, and hemp is very high in fiber and very high in protein. So yeah, I don't do drugs. I do plants.
Okay. Okay. Come on now. I don't do drugs. I do plants. That's a whole T-shirt. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm just gonna mention this. We're putting together a series of T-shirt lines. From the HBC guests. And so there's different sayings. So the
Yeah,
HBCTs, so each guest has like a slogan or something that they've said, and we'll make them available. So with that, and then each guest gets, I think it's like 20%. Based on the slogan or whatever the case may be. Some people had
I
like
love
so many
that.
different. I was like, look, okay, we're gonna narrow this down. But yeah, but just the whole idea of being able to take that, like I love that. I'm gonna make sure I knock that. Hold on to that little statement right there. Tamara said, "I do plants." Okay, because yeah, we
Yeah.
do plants. So, are you also
Yeah, recently,
so you're also
Lord
vegan,
Jesus, the
right?
struggle. You have no idea. My love for chicken is so deep. Like how Bubba felt about shrimp is how I felt about chicken. Baked, fried, strips, nuggets, rotisserie. If it was chicken, I'ma eat it. So I've been vegan now going on 2 months, and it was a transition, but I've lost 21 pounds. The clarity I've
Nice.
gotten through it has been amazing. So I'm not gonna lie, it's been hard until I recently found a chicken substitute. But yes, I'm a baby vegan.
Really,
Hmm.
that's nice. And a new baby vegan. I like that. What are some of your favorite? What are some of your favorite like vegan go-to foods?
Definitely the Beyond Meat, because it's so versatile. Burgers, sausage, tacos. I can make anything with that. And then there's this tortellini that's stuffed with like an almond based ricotta. Fire. Just, oh my God, fire.
Okay.
And then the chicken substitute I found where it literally tastes like chicken. It's made out of soy. So it tastes like chicken and it's so good. I couldn't do the mushrooms. I dang near gagged. I was like, man, the only time I've really had mushrooms is when it gave me psychedelics. This whole eating it as a chicken, this is not rocking with me. I can't do it. I need
Right.
some meals.
So I saw what is those chicken not the mushroom is the one that people usually use for chicken is
Oyster, the oyster mushroom.
yeah, the oyster. Now don't get me, I first of all, I love mushrooms. Like, and I'm surprised I can eat it with all my stupid allergies. But I love mushrooms. My favorite is the portobello, of course, because they fry like a burger. It's fire.
Hmm.
And I'm not vegan. Let's be clear on that for everybody. Be like, "Trish, you vegan?" No, Nick. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Okay, I eat food. I eat all the not all the food, and I'm surprised I'm not vegetarian. But I think the restrict not the restriction, the strictness of veganism, I fear makes me afraid. So if you were
Yeah.
talking to me about trying to, let's just say, convince me to, change my life, as Ara said it, how would I? What would you say? Like, what would you say to me?
I would say like it's all about how you season it. When people think vegan, they think of meals from the Caucasus Mountains, right? Bland, no flavor, it's just dry, it tastes funny, but that's not the case. Like I've had some when I went to Miami, some amazing vegan food that again, when you people who aren't vegan were there eating it. It's all about the brand makes a difference too. Because I've done had some vegan butter and vegan cheese that I prefer over like a regular cheese or regular butter. Like I'll never go back to those options. So it's all about the brand and it's all about how you season it, just like anything else. So there's some amazing vegan options. There's like a whole vegan group. There's vegan soul food where they teach you how to make like your greens, your mac and cheese. I've had yams vegan with the butter and the cinnamon, and listen, it is just as good when done correctly.
Nice,
And
nice.
again, you're not absorbing.
So come on,
I was gonna
I'm
say you're
not
not
absorbing
absorbing
what?
all those chemicals. Like they say, like when you kill an animal, that emotion they feel transitions. Their body releases a toxin, and so when you're eating that, you're consuming that. So you're literally. I'm a big person of like absorbing energy. So like you're absorbing the animal's energy it felt when it died. And if it was under stress, it's releasing a toxin into its body. And it's not like they clean that out. They just swipe, swipe, cut, chop, package, and it's now in Pick and Save or Walmart.
Yeah, that statement right there pushes me very much closer to this vegetarian side. Like
We
that's
listen.
my biggest problem with eating meat.
Yeah.
It's so sad because I get so like attached to the idea of these animals and the thing. Okay, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that
We're not gonna take
because
that. We're
that's
supposed to
not safe.
be look, right, we're supposed to be feeling all sexy
Like
and
let's not
stuff. And here we're talking about the
get
slaughtering of the animals.
speaking of the slaughtering and stuff.
Hmm.
So, can I ask you how old you are?
Yes, I'm 34. I'm getting old, man. I don't got the same
This
needs
is
from the
absolutely
99s
not,
and the
babe. That
2000s.
is not, that may be the whole truth right there. Yeah, you done it for the 99 and 2000s already, done and done.
Man.
Um, so Daniela said experience shock too. I understand, Daniela, but I ain't better do it. Okay. So, but what was I gonna say? Being in your 30s, okay,
Hmm.
and exploring. I'm sorry. Are you single? Are you dating? Are you married?
I'm a committed thought. Yes, you heard that right. I,
Say all the less. Committed thought. Do tell, my darling. Do tell.
Listen, I'm so tired of the stigma that when you in a committed relationship, sex be vanilla, it be so boring. Listen, you can be a committed thought. You can still be
Okay.
adventurous. You can still be, you know, um, I don't want to say slutty, but that's the choice word I'm going with because it's the first one that came to mind. You can do experimentation all with your partner.
Well,
It's all about communication.
okay. Okay. So you and your partner is your partner a thought as well?
Oh, he most definitely is. Listen, all we both operate on the theory like we'll try it once. You can't say you don't like something if you've never tried it.
come into play, or does it come into play
Oh,
in
you
regards to your
froze.
intimacy?
You froze. You said what?
Okay. I said, how does food come in, or does it come into play in regard to your intimacy?
Child, you gonna make me shimmy over here. Food definitely comes into play. What? Strawberries, chocolate syrup,
Let me just
pineapples,
grab my
whipped
pillow.
cream,
Yeah.
gelato. Cause we vegan now, so we still gotta keep it vegan friendly options. Gelato. Um, but mango. Oh, mango is fun. Mango is a lot of fun. Um, what else? I did not. So I tried kiwi.
Really?
Oh, don't do kiwi. Kiwi's a no. Mm-mm. Don't do kiwi. And of course, olive oil. Olive
What
oil is
exactly do
always
you do
fun.
with the kiwi, ma'am?
You slice it and you cut out the center circle, and it works kind of like a pasty. You put it over the nipple.
You better come on with the creative over the nipple. Yes, girl.
Yes, kiwi pasties. If listen, mango was so much
Yes.
more
That's
fun,
dope.
but
Okay.
yes,
So I'm trying, let me run back. You said mango, kiwi. Okay. What'd you do with the
yeah,
mango?
kiwi I was not a fan of, but I don't really like kiwi, so that could be part of the reason. But mango, oh my baby, if you get a juicy mango, you slice it, you cut a big
Mm.
enough circle for his penis to go through it. Cha, whoo cha. Listen, it's
Okay.
it's
In the
like a chocolate pop on a
in,
flavored stick. It is delicious.
girl, yes.
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 Yes. Okay. Um, obviously, and I'm gonna ask, but I already found out because you did the types of fruit that you didn't name. So you a sloppy toppy chick, yes?
Yes. Yes. Like I think about it like this, like who wanna rub their dick in sand? Nobody. Like mouth dry, rugged. Nobody wants to how many guys, is like, oh yeah, let me stick my dick in sand. Like, no.
Okay.
This no, you gotta get it wet. You gotta be sloppy. You gotta slide so it feels like the
I
inside
don't
of the
know any. I
vagina.
don't know any.
Yes. I don't either. I don't have a penis, but I would imagine that if you
Yes,
had a
yes.
penis and got head from somebody with
But she
dry
said
mouth, it would feel
yes.
like yes. Listen,
I absolutely love it. So, um, are you do you prefer giving or receiving?
um, I love to receive, but I'm also a big giver and I'm very submissive. So, um, and I think a lot of that comes to like in my career, and because I'm also in real estate, in my career, I have to be more aggressive and dominating because it's a male dominated industry. So in the bedroom, I'm very submissive. So I love giving. Like for me, it's a turn on to see him pleased.
Nice, nice. With that being the case and submissiveness,
Hmm.
do you offer directive in like do you still offer directive like I'm not? No.
Um, I don't think there's too much that I'm not into though. So I've never really had to give a whole lot of directions. Like I'll try it in the moment and then afterwards I'll be like, listen, so that happened, but I wasn't really feeling that. Or I'll do like a slight like adjustment so then it forces him to like change a position or switch the role in which he's in. That's like my little hint of I'm not really getting excited off this, so we got to switch it up.
That is a great way to communicate without disrupting a moment. That's dope as hell. Are you very vocal or no?
I'm vocal in the sense of like, listen, I'm Hispanic, I'm African, and I'm Polish. I don't know how to be quiet. Like I tried. I got to do like the face and the pillow.
Yeah, that's
Um,
a combo. That's a whole combo for your whole ass. Wait a minute.
yes.
Hold on. Hold on. Did you say Hispanic,
Hmm.
African, and Polish?
Yes, ma'am.
Girl, quit playing.
Yes,
What?
ma'am.
What? Listen, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. That's yeah. The girl, listen.
Yes.
Okay, I had to just had to pause because that's you a whole big energy. When is your zodiac? What is your
I'm a
zodiac?
s-
What is your sign?
I'm a Sagittarius.
Oh, girl, goodbye. Let me hang up this phone right now. Where's the button? That are you kidding me? Like all that energy and you're a Sagittarius?
Yes,
Oh, you are just a
ma'am.
whole fool.
Listen, I ain't got no sense. I'll be the first to
That is
tell
a
you.
yeah. You ain't got to tell nobody. You don't have to tell nobody. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to say nothing. You get what I'm saying? Oh come on, man! Hispanic, African, and Polish. You a whole fool, girl. Listen, whoever he is, sir. Listen to me. Not if you just not if you need some assistance. Just not slowly, girl. Okay, so that
Hmm.
CBD yourself to them. Yes, stay elevated. Yes, please. Yes. Yes. How do you curb that during your all those like and when I say that so let me back up really quick so people don't think that I'm bad mouthing any of those cultures because some of that's mine. Okay? So let's be clear, very clear about that. The strength of the two, the power, you get what I'm saying? There is
Hmm.
so much energy and dominance and power that comes from those bloodlines, like all three of them, all three of
All
them.
them. Yeah,
You get what
all
I'm
them.
saying? Yeah. How does that manifest sexually for you?
For me, it's like I'm with someone who's also extremely dominant. He's an alpha male. So it works out perfectly because even
Nice.
though I'm a dominant female, I'm still he still has like that protector role for me. So I'm still able to play the submissive role. So it allows me to be that because he's dominating as well and it doesn't overpower me to the sense where it's like a control. So it's a healthy balance. And also too, like one thing him and I did that I think really helped us a lot in our relationship was we talk about our past partners and things we liked and things we didn't like, and it wasn't on some like, oh, I'm jealous that, you know, they're getting this attention or they pleased you this way. It was more of a like, okay, I'm taking note. This excited you. You liked this. This is what you would want more of. And let me, work to accomplish some of those things or maybe switch up something I'm doing because although I may think I'm doing something fire, he may be like, yo, this is the trashiest shit I have ever received in my life. So I think having I think having like a healthy open dialogue with your partner helps.
That listen, she said this is the trashiest shit of my life.
Listen,
I think I'm on 10 right now. I'm killing. He be like, babe. Mm.
listen, listen.
Not that
He'd be
that's
like,
what she said. She
he'd be like
make sure that she is crossing T's and dotting I's.
that part.
You know
Cause
what I'm saying? She
listen,
crossing T's and dotting I's.
I may be thinking I'm riding like I'm riding a bull, but he may be like, listen, you mechanical pony right now. You not even mechanical bull. I'm gonna need you to step it up. I get it. Getting older, you're a little out of shape. Like it's having that type of healthy conversation. Cause I think, especially for me, I don't had somewhere it was like I couldn't even say nothing. When I say they made some wild faces that I paused and like I'm the type of person my facials give me away. I had to look away. I wanted to laugh so hard. I could not control myself. His face looked like it had Tourette's, and it was fucking me up. And I was like, "Yep, nope, mm-mm, nope, I can't do this. It's not gonna work."
That is hilarious. That's hilarious. I just want to shout out to a few people that I've logged on. Coretta Kimball is here. Tamara Wright, I know I shot you out earlier, but I want to make sure I show you some love appropriately. Tam Buffet Flores is in the building. Tanya Rufus is in the building. Daniela, is it Porthy? I want to make sure I'm saying that properly. Let me see who else is on here. Devon D, the world is watching. Auntie Rita is in the building. And I see there's a couple other people that are logged on. Make sure you say hi, guys. I mean, it's cute to be kind of creepy to slide through and not say nothing and just slide off the side. Inbox me if you don't want us to know that you're on. Just know that you're here. And are participating in the conversation. Don't forget the number is rotating down on the bottom if you want to talk to Serene After Dark. You're welcome to do so. You want to talk to Madam Trice, you're welcome to do so. That number is 414-885-4739. It's area code 414-885-4739. In addition to that, you can inbox me on Facebook. My phone's right here. I'll see it. You can send me a text message if you have the number, or you can just text that number, 414-885-4739, and make sure that we read your comment and show you some love. If you are watching on YouTube, if you are watching on Facebook, and any of those, any of the groups, we definitely appreciate you and appreciate the love and the support. I want to remind you that you are logged on officially to blowradio.com. We are live having this dope ass discussion with my sister girl about yeah, just taking some shit to the next level. And she talking about having, what did she say to me, whatever, kiwi pasties. You get what I'm
Yes.
saying? And mango stroke bobs. Okay. Stroke bob. Okay. The people stroke bob. Okay. People like,
Mhm.
what is the stroke bob?
A dick
Working as the
kebab.
stroke bob fam.
Yeah, a dick kebab.
Okay. That's a dick. Um, and we're talking about, understanding just, better ways to communicate. And these two, her and her partner, she's given us some great examples on how to be suggestive, how to not interrupt the mood and still subtly ask for transition. And I think those things are like key to not disrupting the mood. Like, how else do you like, so do both of you um partake in the elevation? So both of y'all
Yes.
either eating the edible or whatever the case may be. So like, does that heighten the experience for you?
Yes. It's more intense.
Look at that face. Yes.
Yes, yes. Like, let me not look too excited. Yes. It's more intense. You feel more. And I think when you're elevated, you're more aware of your body. And you know what's crazy, and it's gonna sound wild to say, but it's like we're in our own little world to where the experience doesn't even feel like it's in the bedroom anymore. Like it feels like we're someplace else.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
How do you Tam by Faith said she loves your transparency.
Thank
So I
you.
appreciate that. Like, that is dope. I think a lot of people miss I'm glad you mentioned I'm saying, your heritage, your cultural heritage, because I think people misinterpret that fiery spirit. Like, one of my guys inboxed me, is like, who is that? She find it up there? I was like, mind your business. What's it? I'm just saying that, like he said it's not just like her face, like has this energy like radiating off of her. Like, and he was like, saw that from your picture, and I like, yeah, she about to give us this work. And so I appreciate your transparency, and I appreciate you sharing the way that you are.
Absolutely.
Foodie, I'm gonna figure this out. This poet.
Sex is one of the most things I'm comfortable talking about. I think it's taboo for a lot of people to be as transparent and open as I am, but I feel like I'm a strong believer in you can't have better experiences unless you're honest with yourself and honest with your partner about what it is you like. And it has to be from a place of no judgment. Like him and I have a very clear understanding of like, no matter what you tell me, I'm never going to judge you for wanting to experience something. I'm never going to judge you for liking something. And I want to create a safe, open space where we can openly talk about it because, again, it just makes that time like more intense and more passionate. So it's not just like all right, 3 p.m., drop your drawers. It's like there's like a lot of a lot of passion behind it.
Do you um do you wear lingerie still?
I do occasionally, but listen, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I still struggle a little bit body wise, and for me, I wear lingerie in the sense of like, I say, "Hey, what do you want to see me in today? What kind of mood are you in? Do you want something sexy? Do you want like the high socks with the boy shorts and a sports bra? Do you?" So like, I really get his inputs of what's gonna turn him on because I understand people have moods, right? I have moods personally, so I know as an adult, there's some things you want to see. So I still order lingerie. I don't wear it every day. It's more of a like a kind of what do you want to see me in? How do you like my hair? Do you want it up? Do you want it down? Do you want it in a ponytail so you can pull on it? Like what you feeling?
I'm taking a picture of our screen so that we can get on Instagram. That's all.
No worries.
Just a couple things. The reason I'm saying that, the reason I asked, come on with the lips. I seen you. Yes, you was quick. I went as soon as you was like, yes, I love it. Okay. So let me tell you, like off jump, I want to tell you how dope like. This is the one, two, less than five couples I've had on the show. But to be able to talk with you and still get your input, like people think that women of color are so disgruntled and unable to be not necessarily a footstool up in this bitch, but submissive and considerate and concerning of our mates in regards all things in life, relationship. But I love how you are saying, I want to be attractive to you. How are you feeling today? How do you want to see me today? And being able to get him to communicate with you, yeah, in nothing. Or sure, no problem. Put on whatever it is. You know what I mean? Like I love that. Like I'm loving that, and I'm loving how you are giving us that energy, like giving us that information. Because a lot of people assume like all people, like people see me and see Headboard Conversations, and they think they see Madam Trice or whatever, and it's so many different parts of that you know I've got some really interesting inboxes. I was like, first of all, fam, listen, if you are
Right.
looking for a see, don't 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 make me do it.
Listen.
Second of all, I mean, just with the assumptions that people make about us based on being a woman of color, and to hear the softer side of you, and you know what I'm saying, to hear um a fiery spirited woman, you get what I'm saying, by
Yeah.
zodiac, by culture, by nature, like you just got it all. You get what I'm saying? To be able to say, you know what I'm saying? So I just asked him, how would you like to see me? That's so dope to me.
Listen, and
That's so dope to me. Yeah.
this is where the committed thought comes in, right? Because although we have a lot of that, sometimes it's just the like, I'm gonna take control and we're gonna fuck on the hood of the car in on the freeway. And that's gonna happen. We gonna pull to the side, we gonna have sex on the hood of this car, and we gonna get back on the freeway and proceed to our exit. We have those moments too. And I think that's why I say committed thought, because it's still keeping adventure. and still keeping those random moments. But the biggest thing is really just, like I said, just being in communication. And I think you're absolutely correct. People view women of color like as an aggressor all the time, or enabled to be submissive in the bedroom, when in reality is, there's someone for everyone. And as long as you and your partner are on the same level and have that communication and there's that safety there, it's very easy actually for us to be submissive. But we have to have that comfort and feel that security when doing it.
First of all, you're not gonna just pass up like the fact that you just told us that you pulled over to the side
Listen,
and asked like, what you not gonna do is act like that didn't happen, okay? Because you did say that, and I
it's
was
happened.
like, yes, motherfucker,
It's happened.
yes. But that's dope though to me, like, because it's like a right now type thing or whatever. And I understand you know what I'm saying, being in the plus side, like we're not gonna squeeze in a little bitty car. What we gonna do is
No.
here, and this how we gonna
Yes.
do it, and yeah. Yeah, like
Listen, let me
right here.
let me
So,
tell
like,
you
were
how
you
much.
like on your back? Like, was it a doggy style type thing? Like, what happened?
I was bent over on the hood of that bitch. I was like, here you go. Toot it up. Oh, do what we had to do and got back in the car and dipped.
She said, "Here you go." I love it. Oh, I'm in love right now. I'm so in love. Like, just I'm so in love. Absolutely. Auntie Rita said your body is too relaxed to be tense, which allows for heightened senses as it relates to touch. And I think that's what she was saying when you are elevated during this process.
Yep.
So what's the like, have you ever had like drunken sex and not liked it?
Okay, so like I didn't start drinking till I turned 30. So I never drank up until then.
Oh,
So like
pumpkin. Yes.
yeah, so the very first time I got drunk, right, was on my 30th birthday. Child, listen,
Okay.
the struggle. I was like, listen, we can do it, but I'm gonna be a dead fish. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Like, I was just flopped out in the middle of the bed. He was like, yeah, nah, this don't look right, this don't feel right. It's like, so I'm gonna just let you pass out. But when
First
I
of all,
was fine,
I love him for that. That's dope.
yeah. But like I was like the crazy part is I was ready. I wanted it, but it was like again my first time drinking, I just couldn't get my body to do anything. And then it was like the second time I drank, it was like when we had drunk, it was like I literally wanted like not him to touch me. I wanted to do all of the pleasing. It was like I wanted to be able to be like, I did that. Like, yeah. So it's like I was in a like, no, I'm gonna do everything. It's a you night. It's about you tonight. I don't want nothing. I don't want you to touch me, nothing. No hands, no nothing. I just want to get done, look at you, wink at you, and be like, yeah, I did that. And go to sleep.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, she like, I did that. No.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. No. It's okay. Go sweep
Yeah.
bums. You do sweep bums. Yes, you will sweep bums. Yes, you do. Love it. I love it. But like, I'm so like I already thought you was like dope as hell, but this is like really taking a whole other level of yeah. Everything, all the energy that I thought projected, like this is so it. Um, what's your worst, and not necessarily the party you have now, like your worst experience that you've had?
Oh my God. So I'm so glad that this is the group that it's in. Y'all gonna be dying on this story. Wait till listen, child, listen. So this some real Red Shoe Diaries type situation, right? So I met this guy. I was
Okay.
living in Texas at the time, and he looked like this bachata singer, which is a music. He looked like a singer. His name was Romeo Santos, right? Super sexy
Okay.
Dominican guy. This gentleman looked just like him. I was at a military bar, so I was like, "Hey, like this is my stilo." Like he got that male bravado about him. I'm excited. So we're dancing together. Now, if there's one thing about me, there is nothing sexier than a man that can dance. Like that get me every time. If you can dance and pick me up, forget about it. Panties disintegrated, it's on and popping. Like we out of here.
Baby,
So
listen. Yes.
so we dancing or whatever, and we decide we gonna go back to my apartment. We get to my apartment. I'm like, yes, child. Listen,
Okay.
I don't saw the shoe size. Like, oh, he out here swinging. So this is gonna be great. I'm excited, right? Child, he whipped it out,
Okay.
baby. I had to look twice. And all I kept thinking to myself was like, how do I hold this without him making it feel small? Right? I can't grab it like this because that's going to be obvious. I can't grip it like this because I'm going to cover 3/4 of it. So how do I struggled for like 3 minutes on how to hold this man's dick because I didn't want to, allude to the fact he had a small penis. So finally, I figured it out, right? We doing what we do, and stroke game. I'm like, all right, it's small. We gonna make it work. We gonna make it do what it do. We get to the end, right? He get up to toaster strudel me. His dick is so small, he toaster strudel himself in the leg. I was done. I was done. And for those of you,
I'm so irritated right now.
I'm like, and I'm trying my hardest to still get excited. I have to play with myself while, he's in there to give myself some type of sensation. Because again, like, I'm not trying to hurt your feelings and tell you, like, yo, your dick is trash. It's small. I'm not really getting pleasure from this. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna play with myself. It feels like I got 2 fingers in me right now. I'm gonna just make this work. But what took me out was when he toaster strudeled on his own leg. And then had the audacity. This is the real killer. He had the audacity. We ended up having a mutual friend. This man bragging about his looking at him. Now I don't say nothing because I ain't gonna put you on blast in front of your boys. But I'm looking at him, and I'm like, you, you know that I know that you know you ain't rocking with 1/4 of what you claiming over there. So yeah, it was it was so
Now,
horrible.
see, what I would like to know, first of all, let me if it's in here. Let me just because first of all, this is necessary, right? Quick. I just feel like after everything you put yourself through, you deserve this. Because I don't know how the hell you had managed to maintain it. I would I don't know. Well, how did you do it anyway? And don't get me wrong, y'all. And I'm trying to say I've seen an average penis. I've been with a man with average penis before. What she described was less than that. So I ain't tripping. And I'm not talking about any no monster penis. I'm not talking about that. She said if I did this, it was covering 3/4 of the penis. Fam, that's 3 inches in the head, 4 inches in the head. Don't play no games with my life. Do you see that? Do you see this? 4 inches in the head. That ain't, do you understand? So I would like to know, because I seen your thighs. How, this is for y'all in the measurements, 4 inches and a head. Okay. How did you make that work, Queen?
I literally thought I was being fingered the whole time. I was like, all right, I'm being fingered at this point. This is what's happening, and I'm just gonna play with my clit, and I'm just gonna have to be turned on this way, and I'm gonna have to just keep looking at his face and pray to God he don't make, because I don't know why people think they look sexy when they come. I Nobody really looks sexy when they come. So I'm just gonna pray to God that I don't see him making no weird faces or some weird sounds, and I'm just gonna go and visualize that there's just this sexy bachata singer in front of me that is fingering me right now, and it is great. And that's how I survived.
Because this will be clear. I looked up. What's his name? Romeo Santos.
Yes,
Yes, he fine.
that's what I'm saying. That's why I was so
He fine.
disappointed. Oh my god, I was so disappointed.
I know you had to be looking like, oh, it's gonna go down up in his. What is that? Damn.
Okay,
I
you know that
feel you.
you know that emoji, the emoji. That's what I looked like when he took it out.
You so stupid. Yes. Dude, he fine.
Yeah.
Did he have the dimple too?
Yes, girl, and he can sing and he can dance.
And he
Yeah,
can sing and dance. Oh, he was winning. You was ready.
I was so
Ready. Oh, snap. You
the
sure it wasn't him?
it was not. Listen, the only thing I can compare it to is like, when you craving something and you craving it so bad and you order it and it's wrong and you with
Yeah.
that disappointed. That's exactly what it was like.
Applebee's do that to me all the time. It's so sad. I stopped going.
Listen, I was
Stop going.
I
I
was
was
so
so sad because this brother fine. Baby,
yeah,
he fine. Did y'all need to look him up? It's Romeo Santos, okay? And he is a bachata singer. And let
yeah.
me tell you right now, he
Mm.
fine.
Now imagine that in a military uniform.
I looked it up.
Yes, it was
Okay,
that.
win. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's what you would think, right? Win-win. Yep.
Okay.
Not the case.
Okay. No.
Not the case.
She said not the case. Not the case. Oh. I'm, hey, Bobby Drake, you got to join the conversation. Regina Boston Dixon said, guess what? He knows it's small.
I didn't want to be the one to tell him.
Probably do.
I don't,
I don't know. After that story, he might not. After that story, to say that he was in front of his boys, you know what I'm saying, talking about he was the king,
you would have
he
thought
might not.
Dingo tribe the way he was talking. Nope.
You know what it is? When you find like that, and you can move and you can sing, you know what I'm saying? And people do it. So he is the dude that was saying, and this is purely assumption, y'all, because I don't know this dude, and I don't know. But what my assumption in my heart of hearts is saying is that he is it don't matter, I fucked anyway, dude. It don't matter,
I
I fucked
mean,
anyway.
that's what
I did what happened though? But did I fuck? I did.
not well, but yeah, he one of them. Listen, in my mind, he must deal with a lot of chicks with small pelvises. Like, this is what I'm going with. This is how I'm gonna justify why he feel the way he feel. He used to dealing with smaller girls with really small pelvises, and that's what I'm going with.
I'm gonna tell you what it is. Regina Boston, this right here, she said, big crusher. You get what I'm saying? And I feel you. Serena after dark said, listen, it ain't gonna be me. Okay. I'm not out here ruining this man's life. Maybe this moment will be the moment that he might have been feeling some kind of way, and it won't be on my hands. I understand. I'm not mad. I commend you for taking the L for the team. I appreciate you, because that's one L I probably wouldn't have been able to.
Listen, I don't have some
I just don't
wild,
understand that. No, give me. You said you had what?
some wild experiences. Like, I've had some crazy stories, like, of situations I've been in.
Share another. We're here.
Listen, I think one of the craziest was I was messing with this dude, right? And like,
Okay.
he had called me over one night. I had him saved in my phone as Dick Peterson. Baby, when I say that man was blessed, child honey, blessed.
Yeah.
Just blessed. So he had called me over one night, and I already knew what time it was. Like, you calling me at this hour, we only really connect like this for one thing. We both know what it is. So I go over there. We get to making out. I'm straddled on top of him, clothes coming off. All of a sudden, I hear a key in the door. And I'm like, what the hell? This man never broke up with the chick he was dating. And she had a key to his apartment. Now I'm naked. My clothes all over the floor. He naked. And she about to open this door. Grab my stuff. I run into his second bedroom. I'm in the second closet, right? I'm in the bedroom closet. He acting like he coming out the shower. In my mind, I'm like, bitch, how the fuck do you get out of this? Because if she come in this room, your shoes still here, your purse is out, you butt naked, no clothes on, you was not in a position to fight nobody, you not about to fight nobody. So I'm looking, I'm like, okay, there's a balcony.
Right.
I'm down this balcony and I can go to my car and I can get out of here, right? I'm like, all right, that's the plan. So I'm waiting. All of a sudden, I hear the door open. My heart is in my ass. Now, anybody who knows me knows my ass is not small. So for my heart to drop that low, listen, my heart is in my ass. I'm like, oh my God, this chick is about to open this closet door and just see this butt naked chick in her man closet. What the fuck? So, door opens and she's like, oh, I thought I heard somebody in here. And I'm like, fuck. I'm like, all right, what do I do? Like, what do I do? Do I make a break for it? Do I come out? I was like, nope, stay quiet. So I hide in between like some clothes on the hangers, right? She opened the fucking closet door.
Shut up.
Oh my God, bro. This is not happening. This is not my life right now. She's like, and he's like, closet, like, what's going on, what's up with you? She was like, well, I saw them shoes by the door and I thought you said your daughter wasn't here this weekend, so I'm just trying to figure out like why is there female shoes. So I hear him scrambling. He's like, oh no, like she had left them there from when she came to visit, like, girl, you tripping, let's just go to dinner. So he dragged her out the room. The closet door is still
Let's just go to dinner.
Let's just go to dinner. I'm tucked in the back of the fucking closet where she is currently standing with the one half open. Right? I'm like, oh my God. So all of a sudden, like I see her shadow go and I hear the main door to the house close. I'm like, are they gone? Did she just fake like she's gone? Do I wait it out? Do I still jump over this balcony? Like, what do I do? My phone starts ringing. I said, oh, damn it. That's it. I'm caught. That's the end. It's fucking Dick Peterson calling to tell me the coast is clear and I can go home. Child, when I say...
I don't even know. I'm like, I wasn't there and I'm just holding my breath right now. Like, girl, I want to know how you hid that ass in the closet. Because that ass ain't small.
It's not.
I'm not saying that. I've seen it in the promo. I was the headshot, but let me tell you about how I don't know how she hid that ass in the closet.
Listen, when I say that's why I was like, yo, I'm caught. I'm caught. If she turned on the light in this room to look in this closet, it's a wrap. Like, it's over. Finito. It's over. At this point, I'm gonna be the chick on the news fighting with another chick butt naked, or I'm just gonna be the crazy streaker running down this apartment building butt ass naked with nothing.
Oh, please don't be the crazy streaker. I'm so glad you don't have to be the crazy streaker. I'm so glad that you did not have to be crazy streaker. Did you know that he was seeing someone? Did you know that? Like, because sometimes we do little something. So you didn't know, like, it was a moment. Damn.
Not at all. Like, I was under the impression like they had broken up over some other stuff. Like, I knew they were together at one point, but I was under the impression they broke up, which is why he was hitting me. Cause like when they got together, like we wasn't on that. So when he hit me, I was like, okay, cool. They really broken up. He not finna hit me to come over and they still together. Like he was committed to her. Like I was like this. Child, listen, I was in a triangle and didn't even know it. You hear me? I was in a whole
I
triangle.
clearly I'm mad that you processed scaling the balcony. I want
I was looking for emergency exits. See all the
hell
emergency
no.
exits.
You must have been in your young spirit. That's how this. You just must have been in your young spirit. Because let me tell you about what this body ain't never thought about doing. I don't even know how. But yes, yes. I first of all, I love it, and I love that. Like that is like I'm like totally still in that concept, and I'll explain it to you later. Like I love that experience. It just I just had listening to your story. That was good as fuck. Any
My heart was in my
have you
butt.
ever given head to smelly penis?
I have no sense of smell. So that's a good and a bad thing. Like I was in a car.
Serious?
Yeah, in 2006 I got in a car accident and like I lost feeling on my whole right side of my body with and then like I never regained my sense of smell. So like I can't really smell. So like for me it's like unless I'm inhaling it when I'm breathing it, that's the only way I'm gonna know. So I've never like gotten and put it on my mouth and I was like, oh, this tastes funny. So I've been blessed in that department. I think God
What?
was like, listen, you ain't got a sense of smell, so I'm gonna help you out a little bit when it come to this.
Nice. I would have never heard you. I never would have thought that you that would her, but that's shit like lucky. Cause
Hmm.
baby, listen, I'm not saying that I have know that there is some interesting people. Hey, KO in the building. What's good? He said, wow, I had the same experience of how I lost my sense of smell. That's crazy. That's dope. Okay, okay. Y'all out here having a car accident and losing y'all sense of smell. I'm not happy with that. But I'm glad y'all okay. Glad KO is actually going to be coming up shortly, in a couple of weeks or two, so we get to talk to him too and experience some of his story. You better have an antidote ready, KO, because Serena after that just gave it to me. I'm just trying to tell you right now, you better have me a good antidote because that was so good. Like I was like, and then what she do? What? This dude scooped up the shoes and was like, no, she
I'm
had
out
left
here.
those. Hey, the coast is clear. You can go ahead.
Then when the phone rang, I was like, I'm
That
done.
was good.
It's over.
Oh, that was smart. At least he called and was like, I don't know. He probably was like, I don't know. I don't even know how you did that. Cause he was probably like, how you get the ass in the closet? And she didn't see the ass in the closet. I would have thought that he was thinking, how the hell did you get the ass in the closet?
So that's
But
exactly what
he did what he had to do. Nice.
I meant to ask you. You ever
Nice.
porn with a partner?
One more time, have I ever what?
Watched porn with a partner.
I have. When I initially started doing that, porn was a joke to me. And so I laughed the majority of the time. And I mean, I understood that it aroused other people. I just couldn't get past some of the storylines, and it was so awful. I was like, this is so foul. This is turning you on? Okay. Okay. Look, I was like this. Look, okay. Are you excited? Cause this I'm not. But then I start watching better porn.
Mm.
Okay, now we talking. Let me see. Let's just see what it is I could learn today. Do what? Hold it like and do. And then I was that person. I wanted to do what they was doing because I could try, so I could try it.
Got it. Okay. I am a sucker for horribly bad movies, so I be getting into the plot line. So I'd be like, dang, you mean to tell me he showed up with a pizza and they just started fucking? Yo, what kind of pizza delivery is this? Can I get this on Grubhub? Like, I be having questions. And then I get into the plot line and I'll be like, yo, but she ain't never paid for that pizza though. Like, was that payment? Like his boss
But
not
she
gonna
ain't there to pay for the pizza. You know, I'm that person. That's was originally. I was like, so this is exciting because this is whack. Nobody cares about the pizza. I was it was whack. Don't we not watching them no more. I'm Yep, I was terrible like that. But I'm mad that you was mad about the plot later. Like I could see you just bent over, like so getting tagged up, like talking about something. So do you think that he got in trouble for not paying for the pizza?
Yo, he fired. He definitely been in 20 minutes.
He fired, fam. He fired, and he can't even take up no new orders. No new orders. Wait a minute. He jobless. Look, he jobless. No, baby, like this. He jobless.
The titles be what getting me. I'll be like, yo, so this one is titled like real estate agent sucks unsuspecting black customers dick. And I'm like, whoa. What?
So real estate agent sucking unsuspecting black customers dick. I just want to come back to that because that was a whole this is my life story. Ma'am, did you want to tell me something?
Listen, so like, you know, I'm an investor, right? And so I had happened to bring my partner to a property with me. Child, listen, he was the unsuspecting customer that day. Listen, that house christened. Thank you. Blessed.
I'm so mad that you christened somebody else's house. I'm in love. Yes. Let me see if this banner will work for them real quick. I mean, look, wait, they don't need this counter. Babe, can you put me up here? Yes.
Look, like, ooh, this is some good carpet. We need to find out who manufactured this.
Nice. Nice. Bobby Drake is like, right. Auntie Rita says, so wait, I want to explain where the shoes went. That was the whole right there. We right into that perfect bad porn story scenario. Then all of a sudden you're like, so what happened with the ma'am? That was not the point of the story. Let me find out that she asked for shoes.
They were a donation to his daughter on for real. He wasn't at least lying about that part. They stayed for her because I got small feet. So it do look like kids' shoes. So yeah, they definitely stayed in the house that day. I was out. I was out of there.
You left the shoes?
I left the shoes. Listen, I was not, if it wasn't already in my hand, I was not taking it. I drove
did you
home.
Put your clothes on?
No, I drove home naked.
You
I drove.
She's like, I'm out this bitch.
I'm out.
I'm out this bitch. Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. You drove home. I'd have had to get
drove home
but
naked.
I'm terrible like that. I'd have been like, you should have at least told me so I could be prepared.
Oh my God. And then it was just, like I said, it was horrible. Like, he texted me the next day and was like, I'm so sorry. Like, I had no idea she had a key still. And yada. I was like, I'm not even trying to hear that, fam. Like, you put me in a crazy messed up situation. And had she walked in, it would have been a whole different situation. And all I'm thinking to myself,
because what if she was hostile because of that, you know?
Exactly. And all I'm thinking driving home is like, please, Lord, don't let me get pulled over. Please, Lord, because I don't know how to explain to this officer why I'm butt naked driving this car right now. Please don't let me get pulled.
You would have had to tell the whole truth. You would have had to tell the whole truth. Listen. So I was with this dude, right? This a few moments ago. And then what happened was I was Okay, just go ahead and go. just go. Okay, wait. So here's my petty question. My petty question, like one of the pettiest questions of tonight.
Yes.
Were you in Milwaukee?
Yes, child. Yes. Oh God. I said, who child?
Wait, I love how short the answer was. Nice. Whose shoes are these? Hmm.
Mhm.
I really hope right now that she don't be like, I know that you was in the closet. Leave her alone. Please don't oh shit. Please don't bring up oh shit.
I'm like, so you gotta talk to Dick Peterson. That ain't got nothing to do with me.
Oh my. Have you ever okay. So we can get a little extra personal. So since you're telling antidotes, is that cool? We can get really personal, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, great. Threesomes. Let's talk about really quick.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a preference of combination?
Girl, I've had 2 guys and I did not like it.
Okay.
It was what's crazy. It was something I just kind of
What
like.
about didn't?
So I kind of just got thrown into it, right? So again, me being the extra person that I am, I was messing with this guy and he was like, "Hey, it's my fantasy, to share you with another guy." And so he approached me about it. And I was like, "Okay." And he's like, "I've already talked to my friend." So like he had already had it all set up. And so I'm like, "All right, cool, we're doing this." And for me, it was like there was a lot of rules, right? So like he placed restrictions on like I couldn't give the other guy head. That was a turn off for him. I couldn't um like of course it was like he had to be the one to finish. I couldn't let the other guy like finish first. Like that was a no. Like there was like literally rules. Things he thought about this like in depth. And so like the messed up part was I enjoyed his friend more than I enjoyed him. That's what I didn't like about it because then I felt like I was in an awkward position because I enjoyed the friend more. And it was like I had to be careful because I didn't want to show the friend more attention because this was somebody I was actively talking to. We weren't together, but I was talking to him. So it was like, like your friend bigger than you, his stroke game better. He know what to do more with his tongue. Like, I'm getting a lot more pleasure on the left side of the fence over here. Uh, just So it was one of those. Man, he did this one thing where he put me in like this scissors position. Child, listen, when I say I felt that in my soul, I felt it in my soul. And then, yeah, he tilted my neck back and then like held right here while he was like, it was like a slow, deep thrust. Took me out. Took me out. Yes.
He been practicing how he's going.
That was the friend.
He had it in his mind. Like give her this D. I'm gonna tell you right now, they swear they not. Oh yeah, he had been eyeing that. He knew. I could see how that would be not a great experience. I would have felt some kind of way like damn. So yeah. I'm not gonna do that again because I don't want to be limited in that capacity. So I do understand. You get what I'm saying? And how do I show this? How do I not make my guy feel inferior in the space? You saying, but still receive the pleasure that I like enjoy the we having a good time. Yes, no, I'm not. I'm not having a good time. I'm not, no, it's not a good time over here. It is, but it's not. It's not a good time.
Right. It was like one of those where like
How do you not get
my eyes going, and it's like
mm-mm.
he watching me with his,
Wow.
and my body's responding, and it's like how I can't control, like I'm struggling to try to control where he can't see where I'm receiving way more pleasure on one end than the other.
Wow. How did you guys talk about that later?
We did. So, for me, like I experienced literally very honest about that because again, like this was someone I was talking to, and he was like, "That was fun, wasn't it?" And I was like, yeah, "Not really. It's not for me." I said I didn't like having all of the restrictions, and I didn't like being put in a position to where I felt as though I had to, follow to please you in a sense, but I wasn't really allowing myself to feel the pleasure I wanted in fear of hurting your feelings. So I'm like, yeah, that's not
What
some.
was his response?
He was like, well, what do you mean by hurt my feelings? Like, what's the issue? And it was like, how do I politely say your dick's smaller, your tongue game weaker, and your stroke game is off? Like, how does one politely say that? So I was just like, you know what? It seemed as though your friend was more experienced.
Um,
So we had a little bit more in common, and I didn't like being put in a compromising position. And that's how I left it.
wow. That was great. Like that was great. You out here say that's the second story you done told me where you done saved somebody's little heart from being smashed into smithereens.
I be trying to be real
You
HR.
just a sweetheart, aren't
Listen, I be put on my
you? That's
HR
what I'm
hat.
saying. Aren't you just a sweetheart?
Like, I be trying.
Listen, okay,
I think.
so technically, under the
Hmm.
circumstances, where my beauty.
You said where was I?
Go ahead, babe.
Oh no, I'm sorry. You
No,
cut
I said
out.
go ahead, babe. That was beautiful. No, I was just saying that was beautiful. Like I love how you worded it. Like and well, Muskill was just saying the same thing. Like nice wording with that explanation. Like for real. Like seriously. Yeah,
Listen,
that was
I'm
great because I don't know how you did that. Like that's two times now. I was like I'd have been like big.
it's like I want to be honest, but I don't want to kill your confidence and your ego at the same time because there's a chick out there for you that's gonna love this, and she's gonna be so infatuated with you, like all of that your friend have to offer, she's not gonna blink twice about it. I'm just not that person. I, I think
I'm not. That
I've only been disrespectful once.
so what is the most okay. And how did that go? How did that look?
I was at a point I couldn't take it no more. There was no HR hat for that. That shit was out the window. Just boom, boom. So for a while, I was a chubby chaser. I only met big dudes because I was a big girl. I want to feel like I was gonna squish you, break you. I wanted to be confident, right? I took it a little far. The man,
Okay.
he had he had breastises. He was a big boy, big boy. He three strokes in, and the
Okay.
sweat is dripping off his head and into my belly button.
Okay, goodbye.
Yo,
Let me
I'm
turn off my shit right. Turn off no ma'am. No ma'am.
I'm a and it's like he's trying to do more. I mean, he ate the box like a motherfucker. Don't get me wrong. Like he ate that motherfucker like it was the last ho ho, and Lil Debbie was not selling no more. So I was like, all right, I'm rocking. I can give this a chance. But baby, when that sweat, it just started dripping. And so then like it's pooling. Like it's literally pooling in my belly button. And I'm like, oh, I can't. I can't. So I tap him in the chest. I was like, we gotta stop. Like we gotta stop. We gotta stop. Like I get you already in there, but we gotta stop. Like I can't. It was so gross. I couldn't get past it. Like it's one thing.
You said I get you're already in there, but we gotta stop. I'm officially just gonna say I think that he's my new superhero. I think I'ma just go on and say that and be good with it. Cause ma'am,
Oh my god.
I don't the pool sweat in your belly button.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh, listen,
oh,
it's one
oh, let
thing
me
to
get it my
be, yeah, it's
quick.
one thing to be like you both going in, so you're both sweating because it's hot, but you both putting in work. But if I'm there, I have not broke a sweat, and you're only 3 strokes in, and the sweat is pooling in my belly button. Mm-mm. Disgusting. It was absolutely
A
disgusting.
little story. How is
Yeah.
how this fat girl don't like sweat at all. Okay. And I tolerate sweat from my partner. Notice I said I tolerate sweat from my partner. And because I mean I respect that you doing your thizzo and that we this ain't happening to be slob and sweat, slop, spit and sweat and it I understand we're exchanging body fluids. I get that. I would I don't know I can't superhero you. You need a
I
shirt as I'm a superhero. You do.
listen. Like,
You need something to declare it to the world. I'm a superhero. Mhm. Let me call people right now.
it was so gross. It was so
Straight up, I
gross.
need the whole shirt that says what size shirt you wear.
Medium.
You wear medium.
Yeah.
Perfect. Let me see right here, right here. hmm You think I'm kidding? You see me doing this right now, okay? I just want you to know that I'm. You need a shirt that says superhero.
It was.
Cause right now, I don't know how you did it.
Listen, like I said, I tapped him on the chest and was like, "Yo, I know you already in there, but it's not gonna work."
I know. Well, at least you knew he was. At least you knew he was in there.
This
That
is
was good,
you know
right?
what's
That was good
crazier?
part.
He was bigger than the
Wait.
military dude.
Oh God, just hold on, let me get myself together. I'm so sorry, y'all. I
No,
don't mean disrespect. And
yeah, he
I like big fellas because I like big men. I like men. Let's be clear about that. But this whole scenario that she got me going on right now, I can't do that. I don't know what I don't know what's going on. I don't care about you being a big guy. My ex-husband is not a small man. You understand what I'm saying? However, he ain't ever pulled his sweat in my belly button either. Oh,
bro, bro,
no,
bro. I
ma'am.
think
Girl.
what made it worse was like at the time, like I still got my fupa right. So
Mhm.
my fupa flopping, your fupa flopping, and now it's splashing. No, I
Yeah.
cannot. I'm done. No, no, I'm sorry. No, you not about to be splashing on me like jumping in puddles. Hell no. No. Get I'm done. No, sir. Mm-mm. No, sir. I just couldn't do it.
I don't even know. Like right now, I don't let me just say this real quick. And I know it's gonna sound just real wrong, okay? Okay, so I am a plus size woman
Mhm.
and I'm okay with that. I've been for the majority of my life. Um, I typically now again, my ex-husband is a bigger guy, plus size man. Typically, I don't date bigger guys. And I didn't date bigger guys for that particular reason. And I know this sounds like typical and biased. It just ended up being that way. I'm like, it's a whole lot of extra stuff that's got to be moved around. My stuff is enough extra stuff that need to be moved around. We can't have that much extra stuff that need to be. I just need to find somebody that like that don't got as much extra stuff as I got. That be the thing. Like that extra. It should be my belly and my fluids. And anyway, I'm sorry. I know that sounds so one-sided and so selfish. It is, and I don't mean to offend anyone. I don't care if I enjoy you. I can do that. I can get to know you on a personal level. But if we are talking about, it's a whole other situation. I probably couldn't handle that. I don't have a problem with big guys. I like big cuddling teddy bear ass. Let me rub on you. Oh my God, this feels so good. I love that shit. Love that shit. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
With your experience, I don't know how I could handle that. I just
Listen,
don't know.
I'm the same way, but when our fupas get to sounding like we high-fiving each other, again, now I'm distracted.
See, I would be distracted. However, and I'm gonna say this because anyway, I just there is a particular gentleman that watches the show that of, and I want him to know that I think he fly. You get what I'm saying? I'm gonna say that in a capacity where I don't want what I'm saying to be discouraging, because some people be like, Patrice said, I'm telling you what I said. I'm telling you that he couldn't have no puddle in my belly. So don't switch up my words. You get what I'm saying? And make me like, well, I'm not body shaming. This body of mine got all the shame that I need. Oh, you understand what I'm saying? I don't need to take on nobody else's issues or nobody else's concerns or woes or whatnots or whatever the case may be. How and ever. What my sister here had explained to me that she experienced, I probably wouldn't have been as cordial. And I commend her for that. Superhero, I'm a superhero. Shirt for you. Happening. It's happening right now. I already got the people on it.
It's not like I enjoy, chubby myself. Like, that's my preference because, again, I like that security. Like, I like a guy bigger than me because I feel secure. I'm a bigger girl, right? It was just I could not get the puddle in my belly button, and then you're slapping it, so now it's splashing, and you're high five. There's sweat popping out, and you're the only one sweating. Like, no one else is sweating. So it was like I couldn't get past it. I was so grossed out. Like I
talk about that in advance.
No, like
did he tell you in advance? Hey, I'm a sweater.
No. Never a conversation. Which again,
I know girls now that say, I'm a sweater. I mean, I've never exchanged sexually with her, but people are honest about that. I just don't know why he didn't tell you that that he was a sweater.
Nada. I got nothing. No forewarning. I got some great ass head, but I couldn't do it.
I understand that then people sweat too. I don't know. I couldn't. That is why I said must kill. That's why I said. She said. Then people sweat. That is why I said what I said. It wasn't so people don't reference that I was saying this because it was a bigger person.
No, it's
you know what I'm saying. Shit, I'm a bigger person. Sweat game was the issue here. Okay.
Yes, sweat game definitely was the issue.
You got to be clear with that, because some people be like, listen, Patrice said fat ass, this fat ass like big men. I like men. Okay. Let's be clear about that. Men, they're all this handsome in some capacity, I'm sure. But that's just how I feel. Just go get a fresh line and then come walk past me, sat in front of me a couple times. That's how it is. Be crispy around the edges and see what I say. I can see a
Listen,
fade from across the room. Do you hear me?
listen, but like you said though, it's like it's not a shame of anyone. There's someone for everyone. There's people that enjoy a lot of sweat during sex, right? That's their preference. For me, it was a no. I could not do it. So my preference was
For
it's
me,
in between we're
it
both
was a
sweating, we're putting in work versus you're just collecting sweat by yourself and it's pooling in the crevices of my body.
when you say it like that, it's so not okay. I want you to know that when you say it like that, it's not okay. But
That's all.
that's just like all jokes aside, I was having sex with a guy and he spit on me. Okay. Let me just like he didn't hawk and spit like that. See what I'm saying? See how you it wasn't a hawk and spit, but I think like as he was coming from that's just so messed up. As coming, I mean we were he was behind me and I'm sorry. He got so in the moment. Listen, okay, just bear with me.
Okay.
That like, and I guess it was just unexpected or something. Like I don't know. He was behind me. We were going. It was down, and then all of a sudden, like I think he lost his faculties. It was crazy. It was just it was so terrible. And I was like, did you just slob on my back?" He was like,
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh man.
so
Was good.
devastated. No, you
As I know it
no.
was
They
good.
said it wasn't spit. It was drool.
Yeah.
Drool. No, 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 no. Drew, they saying drool. They saying Bobby Drake said drool laughed my ass off. I hate you so much. I hate
Yeah.
you so much. I hate that you heard
Had
that
a
story right now.
feeling.
I hate that you do that. And music said it wasn't spit. It was Drew. Listen to what I'm saying.
No. They
No,
said Patrice
it
got
he didn't just his mouth didn't
over
just
here.
open. He spit. And I was like, sir, because it ruined. Like at the moment, right there in that moment, we was done. He ain't even know it. Like what? I didn't give two hells. This is over right now. Done. Done.
Listen,
Get your
that's gonna
get
be your
your
new hashtag.
slob in half.
WAP so good made you spit.
What's my
WAP so good
it made
made
me spit. I said, did you look? I was like, did you just spit
you spit. Yep.
on me? One day we'll talk about the time that I got gut punched. We'll talk about the time that we'll talk. Listen, Tamara said earlier, yeah.
Listen, one day we'll talk about the time how I had legs and fell down the stairs, or how my head went literally into the wall. It was like it was loud and
Okay,
heavy.
okay.
Listen, we we gonna talk about that because what I done had some stuff so good, baby. I got up. I was like, listen, you hungry? You want a sandwich? You need a kidney? What's your blood type? You need a donation? Like, what you need me to move in? Like,
Listen.
like what's going
What
on?
you need? What you need? You gotta ask that, like, what you need? You need something? What you need? You hungry? What you
Listen,
need? And, I've never not now. I'm gonna say never. I got up. I done high five somebody before, and he was like, "What the fuck?" I slapped him on his ass like it was a sports game. Just all kind of weird stuff. One time I got up from having one time, but a time that I remember, like the first time it happened, I couldn't see. You ever had that shit happen? I was like, "Bitch, I'm blind."
he Charles you? Yo,
Thinking, no,
that
I just, I don't know what happened. I couldn't see.
you ever have it where like you get up and sit on the edge of the bed and you just shake yourself, shake your head like, yo, why that didn't have to feel that good though? Like, That did
Yeah.
not have to feel that good, right?
You know that people. What's a friend of mine named Dan Vaughn is a poet, and his lines in his poems, and he says that you know, he was making love with the girl and they was exchanging, and he said, and then he wanted to be so good that her soul jumped out of his body and looked down and said, "Look at this motherfucker right here," right? It's
Mhm.
dumb what he said, but I'm paraphrasing and giving the short answer, whatever. I've sat up and be like, "The fuck are you? You, because this can never happen again." Never. Well, listen to
Listen,
what I'm saying. I know we still here right now. It's over.
listen. I don't have some shit so good that it turned me out that I sat up and I was like, "Oh, bitch, you nasty. You, oh my girl, you is
Yeah,
nasty. He don't brought the little kink all out of you. Yo,
yeah,
nasty ass." You
yeah,
just have that self
yeah. You gotta talk to yourself like what you with yourself. Be like, self? Huh? I'm
self,
nasty ass.
right?
What? You heard me. Okay. Type shit. What's her name? Music Muskill said, "You're not human," and I'm out. Okay. Okay. Facebook user said, "Tell his ass, quote unquote, good job." And Tamara said, "Good game." I did. I jumped up ready to go. Woo! He was like, you okay? I was like, I don't know what's happening. I was like, I'm ready right now.
Mm-mm. I
I
don't.
feel like I could take on the world. That's not good. That's not good.
Listen, I don't have some stuff that took me out. I couldn't even move afterwards. I just laid in the position he left me. Couldn't move. Stuck.
Yeah, yeah, that's that shit right there.
Just
You be like,
stuck.
I think I died. I
Listen.
think I died right now. This is it right here. I don't know. Something is not right. Well, that blind shit though, like I literally couldn't see. That was I don't know what happened. Like I think a part of my brain had shut off and moved to somewhere else. It was something I literally couldn't see. I was like, so this better fix real fast or call 911.
Ye- Yes.
And it wasn't just like a second. I was like that. I was like, oh, I done did it now.
I had to get a wet blanket.
The what?
A wet blanket.
Oh my
Okay.
God, yes.
Okay. So, do you know what a wet blanket is?
I do. Tell the viewers.
Okay. So, people who don't know what a wet blanket is, it's a special blanket that if you mess with a chick, or if you the type of chick that you get excessively moist, or if you're a squirter, it protects your bedding so you ain't gotta do the old school lay down the towel, right? It's still plush and soft, and it covers more of a surface area, so that way if she a distant shooter, you got some leeway and you don't gotta be switching out the sheet. I had to get one. A friend told me about it and I was like, yo, these are my life problems. I'm tired of double folding towels down the line to protect, the bedding. And he was like, fam, you just need a wet blanket. And I was like, oh, wet blanket? What the hell is that? When I say the best thing ever, yes. Ladies, you know if you're a squirter or not, you know if you're a long distance shooter or not, and you know if you get wet, invest in a wet blanket. They're not very expensive. Fellas, if you a thought especially,
You heard
invest
what
in
I
one.
said. You heard what get you one. Look, I'm gonna say get you one.
Get you
I
one.
should
Yeah.
probably just have one in my I'm just saying.
Yeah, you should have one. Yes. Like a
Mm-mm.
like a
So
list of things to offer. Yes.
no, I said my bad. Yes, my nigga. Okay, listen. It is officially 12:01 and Headboard Conversations on blowradio.com has officially come to an end. However, I got a couple questions for
Okay.
you. There's a couple 2 10. So I'm gonna go ahead and resolve the show on blowradio.com. I want to thank you for spending your time with us. Ask that you take a quick moment to run all of your contact information, and then we're gonna resolve and continue on YouTube and Facebook.
Okay.
So go ahead for it.
Yes. So Again, Seren After Dark. You can follow me at Serenity Ramirez on Facebook, or Purple Rain WI is the name of my bakery. You can follow us online that way. All of my contact information is there. Instagram is the same, Serenity Ramirez. And if you're looking to sell a house or buy a house, got you covered too. Contact.
Look at that. So I want to thank you again for being a guest on tonight's Headboard Conversation. Today was every fucking thing. You are amazing,
Do
and
you
I
know you
love your
froze, or did I
energy.
freeze?
And if you sit tight, I froze. It was me. You still there now? Okay, we'll give it a second to catch up. Just so you know, so Headboard Conversations is officially transitioning to our Facebook. So this is Headboard Conversations After Hour. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. It's been so good. Shout out to my guest, Seren After Dark. It's been so good, so good. If you'd like to know more about what we're talking about, just jump on over to Facebook or follow up on YouTube. And we're still here for a few more minutes anyway. Until next week, Wednesday. Don't forget, before you get into bed, you gotta take your pants off. I'll holler.
The headboard, headboard, the headboard, live body down. It's about to go down. And it all night, begin to touch you right. Let's talk about it. We'll be banging that headboard. Tell me about it. I wanna hear about it. Can't wait to hear headboard.
Good night, y'all. Oh, right. Let me see if my homegirl Serenity is still hanging out with me. Are you still there, babe?
I'm still here.
Okay, excellent. So I'm gonna shut this part down and maybe I can get some there she is. She's like, okay, so 2, 3, 10 more questions. Okay, right.
Okay.
Like this conversation is so good. Like I'm loving all of it. So like we were just running. Then I'm gonna have to tell you, and then I'm gonna have to tell you. So give me a couple more of those. So and then I'm gonna have to tell you about what. So if you had an opportunity to like give us another antidote, 2 or 3, what would they be?
Oh my gosh. Okay. I would say one would be when I fell down the stairs.
Yes, please.
Hilarious and embarrassing all at the same time.
Okay.
So listen, he just
Okay.
got done. Listen, he put in work. He beat it up. She killed it. Killed the pussy like she was gone, faded. I stood up
Nice.
and my leg felt wobbly. Like I was still like the adrenaline, still legs shaking. Like I was still like orgasming, right? And I was like, okay, I gotta switch out this laundry
Yes.
before I go, because I still gotta go into normal adult life, right? I got this. So
Okay.
I walked to the basement stairs. When I say my legs gave out, I felt like like the noodle legs, and then like your leg just fell asleep. The whole leg went to sleep, gave out.
Oh my God.
I get to tumbling
Did you
down the stairs.
fall down the stairs?
I fell down the stairs, and I'm naked, mind you. I'm naked. So he hear the loud crash. He come around to the top of the stairs, and my dumb ass laying at the bottom of the basement stairs, dying laughing, butt naked. And he's like, you know what? I don't even want to know. I do not even want to know. And walked off. He's like, I don't want to know. But yeah, listen,
Wow, that is
you got to sit up. You got to sit up for a few seconds, take it all in, and then
yeah.
try to
You got to
move.
gather yourself. You got to gather yourself, girl. You got to gather. I'm mad that you fell. You fell down the stairs.
I fell
Did
down.
you just get you get?
I laid there laughing for a minute, like I couldn't believe it happened. Couldn't believe it happened.
Mm,
But it's like it's me because I'm not like I'm super goofy and super nerdy, so I'm not very like sexual and seductive all the time. So like I try to find ways to spice that up, right? I'll never forget I was talking to this guy,
okay.
right? And I decided I
Okay.
was gonna work on being seductive and I was gonna take a pole fitness class, right? First, let's just
Okay.
start with all the girls in the class thought I was a lesbian. Let's start there. I would like because like they would be playing like the songs you supposed to be like twerking to, and here come my old country self, like thugging on the beat. Like, no, this not a like, you can't be seductive to this. Like you gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta bob, you gotta like throw a thing, you know what I'm saying? You gotta rock to it, you gotta bop with it. So all the girls thought
Mm, mhm.
I was just this hair braided up. I was constantly in kicks, always forgetting my heels for the class, right? So, anywho, I
Mhm.
do the class, and there's this guy, right, that a particular guy I'm trying to impress. So I'm like, sit on the edge of the bed. I got a little special dance for you. So I come up the stairs, I got my heels on. I'm doing the little dance, right? And the heel of my, like the little pointy part of my heel gets stuck in the carpet. And I tumble like a somersault forward in the middle of this dance.
Oh my God.
So all you see
You
is ass
are
and
hilarious.
heel.
I thought I was bad, girl. I thought I was. I never fall this much. I never fall this
Oh
much.
my god.
Mm-mm.
It was just ass in the air and heels, and he's like, "Oh my god, are you okay?" And he's trying so hard to like be caring and not laugh at
Oh,
me. And listen, I laugh at myself before somebody else laugh at me, and I'm just dying laughing. I'm on the floor in tears, killed the whole mood. I was too busy laughing. I was done. I was like, see, this is why I'm not seductive. Nope.
did you get up and try to finish?
You said what?
Okay, so did you?
No, like the mood was killed. We just laughed about it the whole time. And so like he was like, listen, I appreciate the effort. He was like, but how about we just go back downstairs? Let's order some lunch and watch a movie. I'm like, all right, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, because this moment is done. This moment is done.
It's
You are
done.
hilarious. I love but I love how much of a pleaser you are, and how much you are. How much time you spend trying to make sure that you're communicating wellness in your partner. You know what I'm saying? That they're on deck and that you guys are in the same space. You know what I mean? Like that. A lot of people don't do that. Like some people are really selfish.
I
Like
would agree.
I I had to learn to not be such a take charge type person, and to think, okay, so I'm not here by myself. He's not a toy. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't use him don't use him like a rag doll. Like engage him and allow him to, participate, see what he wants, see what he desires, whatever the case may be, and learning all of those things makes makes experience just so much more intense and
Yes.
so much more beautiful. You know what I mean? Like literally, what it is. What's the most beautiful thing, or most amazing, or most dope experience you've ever had? Like when you was like, you know what, that was just everything.
I would say that was not that long ago. We were both elevated. We had gotten in some product that we were sampling before I baked edibles with it. And so like we were like, when I say elevated, it was like that almost surreal elevation where it was literally an experience in itself. And so it was like everything was extremely sensitive. And it was like I felt every thrust. And like when I say I could feel him coming, like there's no exaggeration to that. Like I could feel his dick
Nice.
pulsating. And then that
Yeah.
turned me on more. So then I started doing the kegels. So it was like he pulsated, I gripped. He pulsated, I gripped. And it became in its own little rhythm in itself. And then it was like when we were done, like after the point we both climaxed, it was like we literally both just laid there. Like I stayed laying on top of him, like I could not move. And we both just like literally laid there for minutes hugging each other, and then he was like kissing on my neck, and so then that made me come again. It was like everything was so sensitive. I felt every single thing and times like a million.
That is fly as fuck. Like seriously. That's hot as hell.
It was like one of the dopest
Yeah, that
experiences I've ever had.
woo-wee.
It was crazy.
Listen.
Him and I rate each
That,
other. So, like that's what's weird to some people. Like we'll rate each other. Like, hey, what was your number one in this department? What did they do that made them your number one? Like how's that in comparison? What would you like me to do different? Like we have those types of conversations, which is weird to some people, but again, I think it just helps me learn him more as my partner. So that way it's like, no, if you have a need, I'm going to cater to it and vice versa. It's never on like, I think that's the biggest thing. If you eliminate ego and eliminate pride, it's like you can make it so much further in a relationship because it opens up so many more lines of communication.
that is just like amazing. Like, and I mean, I could question you all night, but I think like that what you just said right there is like literally the sum of why we do what we do tonight. Why we did what we did tonight, why I have the show. And I think to try to push past that or to make it even more intense than that would be just like it would diminish the value in what you just said. So we're gonna wrap up,
Okay.
and I love you for being here,
I
for like
love you.
seriously, it's been
Time
so good.
together.
This been so good. So I am planning to do a HBC. I know these are all live, but a HBC live, which means we'll actually do the guest and me. Originally the done with me and the guest are actually in the same bed. So we're trying to sort it out, the details of that. Don't trip if you hear from my producer. So yeah, because I was like, yeah, I've been texting him like, dude, she's so fly. This is such a good interview. You know what I mean? To be able to have this type of transparency, and it's so much that we can talk about. I definitely have to have you back on again. Definitely have to have you on again. This has been so good. Thank you so much.
I love this opportunity. I appreciate you for creating this space because I definitely feel as though there's a need for it and you're the perfect person to host it. You're lovable. I tell you all the time, you're my BFF I want to have brunch with and have inappropriate conversations with. So I would love to be a guest again. I would be honored. I mean, like you said, this is something I'm comfortable with and I can talk about all day long. So I'm just as excited to be here as you are to have me.
This is dope. So this episode will go up to our pod series. I believe it'll be by Monday. So but it's also available on YouTube. It's available on the Facebook page, Headboard Conversations, Live Patrice, blowradio.com, as well as the Headboard Conversations YouTube. I am just Patrice YouTube. And then when we upload it, it'll be available on all the major pod streams. So iTunes, Spotify, Google Pod, all of the, so it'll be there and it's permanently available. I'm so excited. This is so good. Thank you so
Um,
much, Serena. This is hot.
Thank you. I'm glad you have me on. Like I told you I was like, I'm ready. I want to be on. Like This is my forte.
You did. You said you was ready. Yes, yeah. Like you were like I enjoyed you so much. Like if I needed a guest host because I couldn't, I would definitely be like, yeah, somebody call Serena to see if she could do it because I would be high like that.
I appreciate that.
Yes,
And which is crazy
Well,
because like during the day, during like, normal business hours, I'm very like professional. I'm like I have my goofy side to people who know me, but I'm very like business professional.
and now you get a time to play a little bit. Well, thank you for playing with us, him. Because
Ooh, girl.
that's a special side of you. Like, a lot of stuff. Listen. Okay, now. All right, baby girl. It's been great. And I will be talking to you sooner than later. All right?
Yes, ma'am. You have a safe and blessed night. Thank you again and bye.
Bye. Well, man, this internet is not gonna fight today.